Hello everyone, my name is Yogesh. In today's video, you will learn how to print post receipt from all printer using print document in .NET. The best part of this video is you don't have to worry about the brand of the printer. You can print on all the printers irrespective of the brand, but there will be some drawbacks. The drawback in the sense with a POS receipt printer, if you are using escape commands, with escape commands, you can do formatting like change the colors and other thing like cutting the print receipt on demand, but with this one you can only cut the receipt at the end of the print document. You cannot do in between, and secondly you cannot change the colors. The reason is because print document as POS needs POS command to change color from one color to other color, so that is not possible, especially it is in the case of dot matrix printer. Other than that, if you have to print just black colors with just logos and different formatting, then this is the best solution for you. To make things easy for you, I have coded everything. I am using this JSON file to print. In this, I have this class, you can say customer information, build summary, which is nothing but a key value pair, and one header, you can say information, what is the hotel name, what is the phone number, and so on. And then I have items, which is nothing but an JSON array where item name and an amount, quantity, and rate, others are there. And there is a setting like which printer you have to print and all. So this is the sample JSON file I will be using. So for this JSON file, there is one class file which actually represent this. So customer info, as I will be deserializing and serializing the data from JSON into these objects. So this will work. So these are the classes for each one of the component which I just showed you in JSON. So the root object has total and grand total, and an object for the customer info, which will be nothing but this address information and the phone number and so on. Okay. Other than that, there is one more class which I have used is this page size. Now this page size library was, I introduced this because I had to support multiple page sizes. So by default, only 80 is kind of set for this, like this size 5. So you don't have to worry about it. Later on you can change it. Anyhow, I will be sharing the code with you, so you won't have any issue with that. Okay, let me just save it. So I will first, let me just show you demo how it works. Right now I'm not showing demo on the post screen. You can say printer, but on just any printer which is installed. But this will work for your all post printers. You don't have to worry about it. So if I give a sample print, it will give me a print. I can just replace a document. Like while in the meantime, I can just go to the document place. I can just open the document, and here you can see there is a logo size and all. You can say change. That's a separate thing. And the main thing about this POS print is you cannot print custom fonts on normal escape with normal POS escape commands. But with this POS, you can say print document, you can change any format you want. So any font you want to change use, you can use it. So that is one big, you can say, advantage for this solution. The disadvantage, as I told you, you cannot change the color and all. Everything will go black and white. Other than that, I have coded everything for you. As I told you, like header information goes here, customer information is coming here. Along with that, I have showed one more thing. This like there is item name, and also I said extra text to show split. So automatically my code will split into multi lines if your text line is exceeding number of characters, because when we are working on this POS, we have to be worried about the size of text coming here. Okay, so let me just show you how it is working. So when you are doing the sample, what you have to do is you just open this sample text file, go at the bottom, or you can say last of it, change the printer name, whatever printer name you want to change, and then you can just proceed with it to test it. Because as I am using this Microsoft XPS printer, so you can use your own POS printer here. Once you save it, it will automatically use. Now let me explain you the code, how it works. So the thing is, whatever I will be explaining will be very, you can say, not very much informational till the time you don't see the code. Okay, but you will understand it very easily. So what I'm doing is, when I am clicking my button, I'm just calling this cache receipt, you can say, function, which is doing nothing but setting a few public you can say variable. Now in the form load, what I'm doing is I'm loading my page setting. As I told you, by default the page setting will be one, it is site now set for the basic print, so you don't have to worry about it. Once this print document is set, I'm giving it, you can say, an event which is create receipt, which will create a receipt, and then I'm giving the print. Once this print happens, it will call this method, it will trigger this method. What is happening here? First, I'm loading the settings. Now settings, why settings? Let me just show you the settings, why it is important. Because I need to have what is the font name for my header, what is the font name for kitchen printer. So these are the different kind of settings which I am using. So not all the settings will be relevant to you. You can even replace it if you don't need it, so nothing to worry about. Then what I am setting up, I am setting up the font as I told you, as per the setting whatever I am set. Now in POS printers, like with this, when we are using generic printing, we use the text formatting, but here we cannot use the text formatting. Instead, as we are using print document, we have to write it at the pixel points. So everything is X and Y. Okay, so by default I have taken the start Y as a 10. 10 is nothing but the space from the top. Okay, if you want to reduce, you can reduce it. One more problem with this one is, like, you cannot 100% utilize the margins, so you will always see there is a space left from the margin. So this, at least we can, uh, you can say, ignore as we are creating a generic solution. Okay, so how, what is happening is, I am creating a rectangle. Rectangle is nothing but a rectangle object in a, you can say, our drawing dot, you can say drawing library. And there what I'm doing is, I am setting my text. So here this graphic dot draw string is there. What it can do is, so whatever the header address I'm supplying, header address, so this report data, when you see this report data, it's nothing but deserialized object of that sample one. So I showed you, know, here somewhere we have sample text. So I will be setting this one up. Let me just show you. Let us go there. It's here. Let me just get all the references. There you will to find where I'm loading it from the text file. Yeah, here I'm doing. So here what I'm doing is, I'm reading all the text from this sample text file which I showed you, where you need to modify your printer name. There I'm loading all the text and just deserializing back to the report object, which is nothing but an object of this class root object. Okay, so coming back to the code, what is happening here is, everything is rectangle and everything is this drawstring, nothing else. So here I'm just setting the text from the address, and I'm using the font whatever I have set in my settings, page setting, as I told you. Like the header has different font, different size, and all depending upon the customer, you can set it very easily. So this section is whole about printing the header information, nothing else. Once this is done, the second information which is coming is customer info. When, if the customer info is supplied, print that information. So I'm using string dot format to format the data in my way. Like the concept is, like, I want to print like this, next line and all. Once this is done, I'm just doing graphic dot drawstring. The best part about this code is everything is done. So suppose when you are printing item, I'm giving you an example. So item will be printed with this item format. Item format internally we'll call one method as split string. Here, get split string, what it is do, it, if your item length is more than some certain number of character, which we are setting through setting. As I told you, my setting is one of the main document, which is here, this one. Okay, so whatever the item length I'm setting, as per that, like, it will split into multiple, you can say, lines, and then it will be printing. So this section, if you see, it comes under page one. Why page one? By default you don't have to worry about this one also, because the reason is, in post receipt, the length of the first, you can say, receipt is always big, like 80 mm multiplied by 2830 mm. Usually that big receipt won't come, but if even that comes, then it will automatically split it into the next screen, next page, and will print it out. So that is there, and then I'm just looping, printing all the items. So this one was printing the headers and then printing the items. Once that is done, these are the bottom one. You can say bottom one is, like, you can say bill summary I'm printing, and then I'm printing my thank you note, if there is one thank you note, if there is two thank you note, what to print. And then this is the sample, just to show you different fonts I'm using in my print. I hope this is informational for you. Why I cannot explain each and every line of the code, because if I do, it will take a lot of time. But what you can do is you can just post your comment. You can email ID in your comment. I can share you the source code. Sorry, I am unable. Like I don't want to publish it on Git. Instead of that, I would like you to share your email ID so that there can be a communication if required. Okay. I hope this solution will help you. Thank you. If you have any question, you can reach me on my email ID, that's yogesh.mehla@gmail.com, or my phone number, which is this one. And also you can reach me on my Skype also, which is nothing but yogesh.mehla@live.com. I hope you enjoy this lecture. If you have any question, please post your comment or reach me through email ID or phone or Skype. Thank you. Bye bye.